There are days when it really sucks to be right about things. Because earlier this week, I had a day. Yeah, it was Sunday. Today's Sunday, but this was like last Sunday. How was it Thursday? When was yeah, no, yeah. Last week on Sunday, I just had this thought in my head that something's about to go wrong. And it's just one of those things in life where it's like, yeah, something is definitely gonna go on. You know how I know? Because shit is just hasn't gone wrong recently. Something has to go wrong because I feel too good right now. I feel happy, life is fulfilling, and that means that something is about to go horribly wrong. And like I said before, some days it just really sucks being right because that morning I woke up with pain. I got home from work, I went to bed, and I just woke up with this immense pain in my back. And I wish I could tell you what happened. I really do. Was it? No, it wasn't Sunday, it was Monday. Whatever. Because Monday I go to bed, there's this immense pain in my back. Oh, God. That is delicious. A 3-cheese chicken flatbread melt. Fucking on point. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I go to bed. I feel nothing. I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. But then, my God, I go to bed. I'm feeling amazing. But then, I get woken up by this surge of pain in my lower back. And it is just like coursing through me. And I'm like, what the fuck? Now here's the thing. Normally when I hurt myself, I see it coming. I know the moment it happens. But like on Monday, barely did anything. I lifted one box and it wasn't even that heavy. But I'm getting better at the whole delegating. So I'm doing what I'm supposed to. At least I thought I was. So it definitely caught me off guard to suddenly just be in this immense pain. Like, what the fuck did I do to deserve this? And the answer is nothing. I did nothing. I did not do anything wrong. Why does it hurt? Oh, God. So delicious. Anyway, I just feel that immense pain surging through my body. It's ripping me apart, man. Straight up. I did not go back to sleep. At least not much. I spent like 2 or 3 hours, felt like just rolling because moving to a new position helped ease the pain, but then that started hurting and I'm just like rolling around. At some point I realized I'm not gonna be able to fall asleep easily, so what do? I ended up turning on my TV. I got some free apps. I ended up on a channel. I don't know. I think there's the show called Forged in Fire. Never seen of it. Never even heard of it. But for some reason, like, that's the channel I stopped on because I couldn't actually see the TV. So I'm just flipping through. And that's what I ended up settling on. And so yeah, I got that on. I'd like to go to sleep. Eventually, I gained enough strength to crawl to the bathroom so I could take a pee. Still couldn't stand up, but I had the strength in my arms. Because it was all lower body. Like, I had to do push-ups, like push myself up and then like grab stuff and pull myself up so I could pee. and then crawl back to the bed, and then eventually get up and crawl over to, hours are passing, sunrises, still can't stand. But I've got enough strength, I'm able to finally get up and crawl over to the couch so I can see the TV. I purposely give myself some separation, because the more distractions there are, the harder it is to actually, like, fall asleep. But anyways, yeah, I crawl over, get on the couch, so comfortable. And I just laid there, whole damn day. Just laid there on the couch, hoping that as I got older, that as time got by, I would feel better. And I did. Eventually, I was actually able to stand up. But even then, like, I peed real quick, grabbed some water and some food. And by food, I mean, I grabbed a full-ass sausage link out of the fridge. Didn't cook it. I think technically they're already pre-cooked. I don't care. I need something in me because I still gotta make it to work. And right now, I don't have the strength to even stand. Well, and honestly, like, I was walking around thinking, yeah, I'm on my feet, but after like 2 minutes walking around, my legs start buckling. Like, ah, shit, I'm in pain again. This is so delicious. But anyways, anyway, time went by. I was feeling better. But I was still in pain. I could get up, I could move around, but still there wasn't. It still hurt like hell. So normally I just walk to work, but that's a 40-minute walk. The last time I tried, even though it had been a couple hours since then, it was like I can make it 5 hours. I don't know if I can. I couldn't make it 5 minutes. I don't know if I can make it 40. And then so I got a bus. There are two buses that stop at my house. One of them drops me off at the park, which is about 3 blocks away from work. The other one, so I took the other one. 3 blocks is a lot, because one of the other bus, I take it to another bus. Like, I can take this one to the depot, and then at the depot, I transfer to a different bus, and that one drops me off, like, on the other side of the block. It's just like a 2-minute walk to get to work. So that's what I did. And then at work, I spent the majority of the night just sitting in a chair supervising, getting up when I had to, but still trying to take it easy because, like, I gotta be able to make it home. Because I definitely don't want to take the bus home because, you know, for me, like, I've grown up in this. It doesn't feel horrible to me, but I know there's a lot of there are people who have come from other cities who are like, if you had like an actual really good public transportation system to compare it to, then you know how horrible ours is. And like the night buses, it's like, damn it, the majority of the time I get home before they do, depending on when you leave. So anyway, I tried to take it easy. And just, relax. And so I made it through that day. The next day there was still a little pain, but I felt better. Even now, there's a little tightness in there, but no actual pain. So I'm just like a remembering of pain, you know. I'm feel good now. I'm fine. Like that was annoying. And like in the moment, honestly, like there was a time laying in bed, just constantly rolling, legitimately considered like calling 911 because I'm like, this shouldn't hurt like this. No reason for it to be this bad. That's it. I'm fine now. I'm fine. I'm annoyed, but I'm fine. Ah. You know what I've been thinking about recently? I actually been thinking about my grandmother. She treated me like shit, and I spent most of my life hating her, honestly. But I am grateful to her at times because I am one of the most resilient people I know. You know, I learned at a very young age that life sucks. It'll always suck. It's never gonna be, what you want it to be. It's always gonna be horrible. And that's part of the reason why things don't faze me that often, you know? Because it's like, shit happens. That's life. Shit happens, you deal with it, you move on. Plus, I'm also incredibly grateful because the older I get, not only meeting people in real life, but also a lot of the Reddit stories that I've read or that I've heard. Like, I was more self sufficient at age 10 than a whole lot of adults in this world. I'm grateful to that because my grandmother was insistent. Like, the moment I started walking, she started making me do chores. I had to learn to cook, to clean. Funny enough, she cooked the majority of the meals in the house. She likes cooking for people. She likes the food that she makes. She knows she's a better cook than most of us. So I'd asked her once, why do I have to learn to cook when you do most of the cooking anyways? And to which she responded, I ain't raising nobody who can't wipe their own ass. Which apparently, according to Reddit, there are people who legitimately don't know how to wipe their ass. I at the age of 10, I remember I finished elementary school, and mom and grandma are both at work all day. It's just me and sister in the house. And you know what? The house doesn't burn down. We entertain ourselves. We cook. We, most of what I cooked was like beanie weenies, spaghettios, and mac and cheese. But hey, I wasn't starving. A lot of grown ass motherfuckers that legitimately never turned on a stove before don't even know how to work a microwave, you know? You would think it's just a basic life skill that everyone has, but no, a lot of people don't know it. So yeah, I am grateful for the fact that I am a survivor. There are some lessons I shouldn't have had to learn, but learn them I did. The month's almost over. So I'm seeing a lot of, I think another separate video somehow ended up on the front page. So now even more people are coming here. I'm like, what the fuck? Now, I've been doing this for so long, I forget that people are even watching. Because for the most part, hey, if I got 10 views on a video, that was special. Now I got 2,000 subscribers. Like, what the fuck? I swear, this time last year I had, didn't even have 100. Don't even know if I had 10, honestly. But so no more videos will be made for the rest of this month. But I will at some point in time make letters to my therapist for the month of, this is July, so yeah, it's almost August. Wow. Trying to remember what this one is. Hold on. I can't because it's like the alfresco steak something. It's good. It's not amazing. It's okay. Anyway. Yeah. So this will be it's possible that I'll be back soon, but this will be probably the last time you see me for at least 7 to 10 business days. And when you do see me again, it'll probably won't be seeing my face, but we'll see. Anyway, just letting you know I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm mostly okay. And until the next time you see my face in a video, I hope you have a great day, week, month, year, however long it is.